In Ronan Bennett's MobLand, the betrayal and deceit reached a fever pitch in the penultimate episode of the first season, which might mark the beginning of the end of the Harrigan crime empire. As Conrad confronted cartel head Jamie Lopez, Harry's second favor to the enigmatic and powerful Cat McAllister was fulfilled. Of course, the Harrigan patriarch irritated him in typical Conrad fashion. However, if Harry can get rid of the rat in the Harrigan household, a deal might still go through. Since Kevin was finally free to face Rusby, his former jailer and tormentor, he was noticeably missing from the negotiations. In order to carry out her own dubious schemes, his wife was likewise able to slink out of the Harrigan manor. Ultimately, at Conrad's invitation, Jan's friend Alice, the informant who now works for Colin Tattersall following the deaths of Fisk and Mikasa at the end of episode 8, arrived at the manor for supper. Conrad and Maeve ended themselves handcuffed as the lunch collapsed with a huge reveal and was cut off by a tactical squadron with air backup. Instead of using a wire to send Alice inside Conrad's manor, Tattersall placed a listening device in her phone, which was much more dangerous for her health because of how readily it might be found. In the short time she was there, she never received a complete admission of guilt or confirmation of any criminal behavior, but that was never her real objective. In order to aid in their conviction, she was there to extract DNA from Conrad, Maeve, or both if at all feasible. It was suspicion of murder that led to their arrest. The authorities did not yet have hard proof, but Alice and Tattersall's ultimate goal was to produce the proof they required to permanently imprison Conrad and Maeve. Tattersall disclosed that he was aware that Alice, whose true name is clearly Nicola, had twice accepted payment to assist in the planting of DNA evidence that could have implicated criminals. Their strategy for the Harrigans is to get them arrested and then fabricate evidence to get them imprisoned, which implies that Tattersall and Alice/Nicola are both okay with breaking the law to get someone rightfully condemned. That strategy has an intriguing twist in that Tattersall is collaborating closely with Richie Stevenson, who is really in charge. Richie wants Colin to get Conrad and Maeve into any type of jail so he can kill them himself. He has no intention of letting them rot away in a cell. Richie was more than happy to work with a dishonest detective like Tattersall to finally get his retribution because Conrad and Maeve had both his son's and wife's blood on their hands. Beggar's Banquet doesn't get much better toward the conclusion. MobLand has spent the entire season attempting to be this dinner scenario. It's meant to be both tense and morbidly humorous, but the characters aren't strong enough to carry that out. Harry sits at the end of the table and hardly speaks, but Tom Hardy could lead a scenario like the one they're aiming for. Many of the images don't even feature him. Rather, we concentrate on Jan, Conrad, Maeve, and their honored guest, Alice.